An elderly man was still reeling from the irreparable loss of his beloved wife and dear son when something unanticipated happened. Instead of comforting their father in his time of sorrow, his other children began demanding their inheritance. Was there something he could do? Nothing in this life lasts forever. The good and bad times both come with expiration dates. Sadly, the trials and tribulations can sometimes prolong, taking their toll on our mental and emotional well-being. For one man from Peru, life came with its fair share of hardships and unexpected twists and turns. But with the insurmountable grief and trauma came another sudden occurrence that ambushed him in a way he had never seen coming. Here's a look at his gut-wrenching story. Don Segundino Castro Mercedes lived in Huamachuco in Los Angeles Libertad, northern Peru. Despite being in his 70s, he couldn't rest or enjoy a calm and carefree life because of several woes. Due to life's highs and lows, Mercedes was compelled to work to make ends meet. One day, he sat on a sidewalk in the Balta marketplace in his hometown, crying his heart out. The poor man's desolate state tugged at the heartstrings of many people who saw him while passing the area. One of those passers-by, a spokesperson from Radio Antenna 9, decided to talk to Mercedes to learn more about his life's events. With tears flowing from his eyes and his voice breaking, Mercedes began narrating his spine-chilling story. In January 2020, he lost the love of his life, his wife. Earlier, he also suffered another heart-wrenching tragedy when one of his sons died. Mercedes was overcome with sheer agony and trauma and had difficulty coming to terms with the deaths of his loved ones. He needed someone to reach out to him and share his sorrows, but what he experienced only aggravated his pain. The inconsolable man explained that he had 6 other children who made his life miserable with their demands. When asked what they did, Mercedes replied that his kids pressed him to distribute his inheritance among them, not once showing concern about what he had endured. Mercedes, a Payamarca native, was broken as he related how his kids repeatedly demanded their share of the inheritance although he was still alive. He added, "They are my children. I know they have the right, but I can't take it anymore." The northern Peru resident noted that he wanted to give the inheritance to his children, but hoped they would give him some time to sort things out. In the wake of the coronavirus pandemic, Mercedes said he needed some time to take care of his affairs, but his kids refused to listen. He revealed that his children needed the money to pay off their debts, so they pushed him to expedite the process. Consequently, he was forced to work, despite being most vulnerable to the deadly virus. The 78-year-old man explained he had no choice but to leave his house daily to sell chicken eggs on the street. He said it was the only way to support his home and manage his daily expenses. Despite his frail stature and soul-crushing grief, Mercedes had to risk his health and safety to please his children and fulfill their demands. A video of a teary-eyed Mercedes was shared on Facebook in August 2020, where he sat on the sidewalk and told his story. As of March 6, 2022, the viral video has amassed 1.5K reactions, 270K views, and over 390 comments. Many commenters sympathized with the heartbroken father, detesting his children's behavior toward him. Mercedes lamented that there were moments when he wished to die so that all his problems would end. He said he feared his kids would turn him out of the house he and his wife had built with endless effort and care. Radio Antenna 9 reported that Mercedes was referred to the CEM Huamachuco for legal assistance.